In this day and age, everyone and their grandma is playing video games. Literally. She's sitting in the waiting room of her doctor's office waiting to get her hernia fixed while playing Candy Crush on her phone. But what are the best video games? We have no fucking clue, but here's our favorites. Star Fox 64. Probably one of the first games I ever played on obviously the Nintendo 64. It's just a fun game. You're flying around, you're going on a tank at some points, you're underwater. It's a game where it's very short, but you can keep playing it over and over and over again. If you haven't played it, find a ROM or find a Nintendo 64, just try it.
May Cry Reboot. You get to play as a demon hunter punk who kills demons to heavy metal music and actually good dubstep. With several weapons including giant fists and dual glaives. Come on, it's fucking awesome. And a giant scythe.
Or The Blind Forest. If you haven't played it, I genuinely recommend it. It's really fun. I don't normally play platformers. It's both fun and challenging. It's got great mechanics to it. I mean, you get the feels within the first 5 minutes of the game, so that's always good. Or The Blind Forest, go give it a play. It's also, in my opinion, more challenging than Dark Souls, but as the internet just comes out of the camera and strangles me.
Kind of short. Age of Empires 2. Build up a kingdom, just fucking kill another kingdom. That's pretty much what the game is. There's a wizard, he says wololo, you can hack it and get a fucking Ford Mustang and then run over knights with it. You can bang a princess, you can't do that unfortunately. Play Zelda though, maybe you can do it there. It's a real-time strategy game, just legendary studio ensembles. It's fuck Microsoft for shutting them down. They made them do Halo Wars and then they were like, nah, you're done, yeah. Age of Empires 2 is probably the best game that studio ever came out with. Fantastic game. You like real-time strategy? Please. First, don't kill yourself because you're on a binge that allows you not to eat. And second, download it off of Steam because I'm pretty sure it's on Steam. It's on Steam. Just fucking get it. Seriously, it's like, what a lord.
Speaking of real-time strategy, fuck.
Are you okay?
I can't speak. Speaking of strategy games, and of games where you build other things to fuck up other people, Civilization 5. I downloaded this on my Mac, and yes, I have a Mac with that I game on. Shut the fuck up, PC gamers. I've played that game so many damn times. It's one of those games where you can keep playing it over and over and over again, and there are literally so many things that can play out in a game. There are so many different options of what can happen. It never gets stale. Like, even if you play as the same civilization with the same strategy every single game, the map changes, the people you're playing against changes, and what they do changes. You will never have the same game 2 times in a row, or I doubt you'll even have the same game twice. Buy it on Steam, buy it on the App Store, just buy it.
Earth Defense Force 2025. You get to go into giant cities in the countryside, blow shit up, take on giant aliens, alien bugs and robots, fight dragons, get giant mechs, get a jetpack, dual-wield chain guns. Come on, it's fucking awesome.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. MGS5, The Phantom Pain is a really good game. Link in the description. Recently reviewed it on my review show on Just Reviews. If you haven't checked it out, go do it because I'm proud of it. But anyway, Metal Gear Solid 5 is really fucking awesome. It's great mechanics, great stealth. It's great stealth sections, great action segments. Got a half-naked boob lady following you around. It's pretty great.
Oh my god. I have fucking sacrificed a significant portion of my life to playing this goddamn game on the computer. Skyrim is one of those beautiful games in which you got a very talented developer that sets up a world for you and basically allows it to become your sandbox in more ways than one, more ways than just what they initially meant for. Because what makes this game truly one of my favorites is the open-endedness in which they had all of their assets delved out so that they can create basically a modding pack, like the Skyrim, what the hell is it called? Modding tools, yeah, that's it. I'm not a modder, I just download all the shit, so I'm just, I'm just the leech. I have sacrificed maybe more than half of my hours on Skyrim, which is about over 2,000 now, would be basically almost entirely dedicated to the amount of modded content that you can get, almost professional grade modding content that you can get as far as weapons and quests and stories and characters. It's incredible. I've not gotten sick of this game since it first came out in 2011 on the PC. It's really just one of those types of communities, the modding community, that is just one in a million. It's like the Half-Life modding community that spurred so many great games like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress 2 and just more games in which you shoot people. But the modding community is still so incredibly active to this day, to the point that everybody's so passionate about what they do and how they review the stuff, and very interconnected, very, very social. It's a great experience to be part of it, and also it's a lot of free shit to play.
Doom 3 was one of the first games I played on the original Xbox when I first got one. And that game, at first, was a little slow for me, but the second I actually started to get a little into it, it's one of the most terrifying games I've ever played. And that's surprising because most of the scares in that game are very, very simple jump scares. But the way they set up that environment, the way they set up the game and the enemies are drawn, you will be jumping out of your seat even the 20th time you play that game. And plus, that game, it has so many little secrets and hidden areas in it that it will take you years to literally find them all. Good luck if you try to do that. And if you do, props to you, you wasted a lot of time of your life.
Time to talk about long Time to talk about giant pig shafts. You know what I'm talking about, Saints Row 3. I mean, come on, I just pretty much said the basic reason why you want to get this game. You get to go around and blow up cars with giant dildos, and you get to kill people with it. You get to duel pistols, blow up helicopters, get in a ride with the military, drive sci-fi tanks, VTOLs. Yeah, come on. Skydive with a dildo.
Alright, if you haven't played this game, then go kill yourself. If you haven't played this game, chances are you're not fucking human and not a gamer in that specific order, actually. But Mass Effect 2 is just one of those games that I think absolutely everyone should play, regardless if you even like the Mass Effect series. It's the best out of the trilogy. It's got great romance options, just great ending. I think its ending is an example of how all games should leave you feeling at the end. Just feeling rewarded. And yes, I'm talking about Mass Effect 3. It should make you feel rewarded. It should make you feel fucking awesome and like a badass. That's how an ending to a game should be, unless you're going for, a sad ending. But that's a totally different category. It should make you feel, it should give you closure and make you feel awesome. That's how the ending should go. And Mass Effect 2 does that.
Who doesn't love killing Nazis? Do you love killing Nazis?
I love killing Nazis.
Do you love killing Nazis?
Fuck yeah.
I love killing Nazis. Who does not fucking love killing Nazis? This game is basically Saving Private Ryan the game. It is fantastic, and it was made by the same studio, DreamWorks Studios, that made Saving Private Ryan. So, yeah, lots of limbs and stuff all over the place. The D-Day scene on this game is literally one of the most iconic scenes that you could ever get in a shooter. It's fantastic. The attention to detail that you get as far as historical accuracy in this game is really something that is, it's to the level of what you would expect from an Assassin's Creed game. And this came out 7 years before the first Assassin's Creed, alright? Fuck you, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's right. But at the same time, you also have a fantastic soundtrack, really well-paced levels, and just one of the most revolutionary shooters as far as genre-based, because this was one of the first. This is literally one of the most popular World War II shooters you could ever see. It started the trend. I was a fucking fanatic for that shit back in the day, and this was my favorite. Fantastic game. Kill Nazis. You love killing Nazis?
I love killing Nazis.
You love killing Nazis?
Well, one day I'm good at that's killing Nazis.
I am a Nazi.
Halo Reach, probably the first Halo game that I played online multiplayer on. And I have to say, as much as people love the Halo 3 multiplayer, Halo Reach is definitely my favorite of the multiplayers. Mostly because this is the one where I think that Halo got SWAT right. That's my favorite game type to play in all of Halo, any kind of multiplayer. I don't care about Capture the Flag, I don't care about Griffball, I love SWAT. And my friends and I would literally spend hours playing that game type. Sword-based, any of those maps, all amazing. Also, it was one of the first few games where you actually played, it was the first game you played as another Spartan that wasn't Master Chief as the main character. And it was nice also seeing the kind of a prequel to Halo CE in a game. It was just a fun game to play. I know a lot of people have played this game, but if you haven't, try it out. It's a fun shooter.
Let's talk about a pretty sci-fi shooter by Platinum Games, one of my favorite games of all time. You get jetpacks pretty much attached to your legs and you get to glide across the battlefield. And as a bonus, you get to punch a sword. And robots.
How does one punch a sword, Christian?
With a fist!
With a fist!
With your fists, actually. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I think everyone knows that this game is a huge spot next to my heart, mainly because, I wear the pendant fucking everywhere. Actually, wear it while I'm Alright, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a massive fucking game. You need to set aside at least a month of your life to experience the entire length of it, which is good. I bought it just as my high school career ended, and I had nothing to do over the summer, so I just played The Witcher 3 for a long fucking time, and it was worth it. The Witcher 3 is fucking awesome. Game of the year for 2015. It's amazing. Go and play it if you haven't already, because you will not regret it.
Number 2, Star Wars Stinking Bastard, blah blah blah. Star Wars Battlefront. Motherfucking 2. Motherfucking, that's an M and an F, by the way. It's the best fucking shooter in the world. God damn, it is just, you ever wanted to role play
Preach.
in one of your, shut up. You ever wanted to shut it, I can't say motherfuckers, I say lots of You ever wanted to play one of the best science fantasy technically, but never mind, I'm gonna make you guys mad Star Wars fans. Science fiction genre. Ever you wanted to roleplay as one of the grunts that literally gets killed by the millions in the movies. It's fantastic, all the gore and shit. Well, now you actually get to be one of the, literal 1 in a million, competent one of those motherfuckers as you go and kill robots, some of them are actually robots, in large battles from your favorite motherfucking goddamn science fiction genre ever. It is just a fantastic game, everything from the pacing of the game type, the maps, the attention to detail in the maps, the fact that you can literally just hop in the shoes of any other insignificant fucking CGI clone trooper in the world that you wanted to. It is it's literally Battlefield but for Star Wars. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, I digress.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, proving that stormtroopers can actually hit something. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We're going from a Star Wars game to another Star Wars game, but this one's better. Here's why. You actually play.
You gonna take that lie down, Alex?
This game is so fucking huge. It's been modded a lot. It's actually had like extra story put into it. It's so huge already. Like, this is a game where you can play just the basic story missions, start to finish, of this RPG, and it will take you a week of playing time just to play the basic story missions. I don't even know what the fastest speedrun time is, but I doubt it's more than 24. I doubt it's less than 24 hours total playtime, because this game is massive. You play as Revan, who is an amazing character in the expanded universe of Star Wars. Fuck you, Disney. It's still the expanded universe to me. Yeah, exactly. If you haven't played this game yet, you should know who Revan is. If you played this game, you know who Revan is. If you haven't played this game, I'm not spoiling anything for you because you've taken too long to play this game. But seriously, it will take forever for you to complete it, but it's an amazing game. Like, the combat system is a little weird, but it's fun. Like, you literally, like, the story missions of the side quests can go on for a little while, but they're interesting. They are actually fun to do. You learn about all these different parts of the Star Wars universe, different planets that are never even mentioned in the movies, or the Clone Wars series, or stuff like that. Actual planets and people that are never mentioned outside of the expanded universe. And yes, I'm still considering that the expanded universe.
This is the worst fucking quartet ever.
So, let me talk about a game that is close to my heart, Halo 3. Wrap up to the original Halo trilogy, which I would have originally been fine if they had just cut the game there. So, yeah, you know.
More Halo is better.
And the first trilogy, fucking great game. Everything they did in the first 2 games, they improved upon. They had the new Xbox 360 hardware, and they fucking Bungie ran with it and proved why they were the top dogs in the industry for, well, shooters and storytelling. Come on. Halo 3, some sick boss fights, scarabs, awesome. Flying
dirty
vehicles, awesome. Keith David getting to stab the Prophet of Truth, awesome. The Flood Betrayal, Cortana's rampancy. Yeah, I mean, we got a pretty cool story. We got like
Johnson's death.
Story was great, got the weapons, got the mechanics. I don't care what anyone in this world says, the Warthog is awesome. Also multiplayer, it was the first Halo game I got to play multiplayer with. Really the first shooter I actually played online multiplayer with. Had so much stuff. I mean, of course, Halo Reach went in and improved on the multiplayer. But still, you gotta admit what Halo 3 did for, well, console multiplayer overall and such. Also theater mode, which was fucking awesome. And Forge. And all the different game types and vehicles.
I'm sure some of you are probably surprised that The Witcher 3 wasn't my number one, but I mean, what can you do up against Shadow of the Colossus? Shadow of the Colossus is one of those games. It's another one of those games that absolutely everyone should play. It's epic. It has huge scale. All the boss battles make you grip the controller in anxiety. It's fucking amazing. Just the score, the story, just everything in that game is absolutely fucking awesome. So go play Shadow of the Colossus, because if you haven't, you're not a gamer. You lose your gamer card if you haven't played Shadow of the Colossus.
It's a Colossus game.
Shut the fuck up, Francis.
Alright, so this last one is a game that is very, very close to my heart. I was very concerned with picking this one over Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was arguably one of my favorite games. Battlefront 2. I'm just a sucker for very deeply narrative games, and if you have not played this game, you should see, because it is about a gold standard as you can get as far as linear narration and a beautiful, imaginative world with really interesting concepts, a very dark undertone to everything, and twists and turns everywhere, and just the atmosphere in this game is something that's masterfully painted to you, like it's a picture or something, and you're just escorted through it and just interacting with it where and when you can. The one gripe that I have with this game, unfortunately, is definitely the ending, but that's neither here or there. What's really important about this game is just the absolute beautiful, beautiful artistic style, the beautiful direction that it went through, and the interesting, almost role-play type gameplay mechanics that you can get within a very linear shooter, which really wasn't a thing back in 07 when it came out. And the graphics still hold up today. That's just one thing about the style. It's got Borderlands type of fling to it, in which you're really never going to see it get degraded into a point where it's going to look ugly as fuck, like, I don't know, Star Fox? Something along those lines. It's just one of those masterpiece games. Awesome. Awesome.
Hey everyone, if you like that video, click on this key. And if you want to watch more videos, click somewhere over here to watch more.